Happy Sunday, everyone. It's, let's see, day 4 of cooking through Corona. And today I'm making white chicken enchiladas. And it is a bit of a process, but it makes a lot. They freeze really well and they're delicious. So I tried to get everything prepared so the video doesn't take quite as long, and hopefully that's all going to work out. But I hope you all are doing well and enjoying your day. So first of all, I'm going to give you the recipe. This recipe will make 16 small corn or flour tortilla enchiladas. Today I'm making 8 because we don't need 16. But if you wanted to do that, you can. I'm going to give you the recipe for making the 16, and then if you decide you want to cut it in half, just cut everything in half, okay? So first you're going to need 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts, kosher salt, ground black pepper, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, 2 green bell peppers, 2 red bell peppers, 2 yellow bell peppers, 2 or 3 hot chilies such as either serranos or jalapenos, 1 large onion diced, 1 jalapeno seeded and finely diced, 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil, 3 cups of low sodium chicken broth plus more as needed, 1½ cups of heavy cream, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 4 tablespoons of butter, which is about a half a stick, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3½ cups of grated Monterey Jack cheese. Now I usually use 2 cups of Monterey Jack, that's what I'm doing today, and 1½ cups of the Monterey Jack with cheddar. I like that. And 1 cup of sour cream, plus more for serving, 16 small or flour tortillas, corn or flour, 1 cup of store-bought salsa, and 1/4 cup of fresh cilantro leaves. And that's it, okay? So the first thing you want to do is you want to, what I do first anyway is I roast my peppers. And I've already done them. So the next thing that I need to do is I need to seed them and take the skins off. You don't have to worry about getting all the black off. And the best way, if you have a gas stove at home, you can hold these with your tongs right over the burner and you can do the same thing. I think it's easier to put them in a glass baking dish and put them under the broiler. And that's what I did. I put them, every 10 minutes I turned them for 30 minutes until they were all black. And then as soon as they come out, what you want to do is you want to put them in a Ziploc bag because you want them to sweat for 30 minutes while you, so they can get soft enough in order to get this off. And again, the char has a nice flavor to it, so you don't have to worry about getting every single bit of it off. But, you know, the majority of it, I would say. And then you're just going to take the core out, and you want to get all the seeds out too, okay? Which takes a little bit. I was going to do this ahead of time to save a little time, but then I thought you might want to just see how this all plays out, okay? There's a few moving parts to this, but it is definitely worth it. It's one of our favorites, and I've made it a few times. So getting all the seeds out, that's pretty much what you want to do. And you can also take this and just run it under the water a little bit to help with that process, because sometimes those little buggers are sticking right to it. See, that works out pretty good. So then set it aside here, because these are going to get chopped up in a minute. And then go on your next one. I have 1 yellow, 1 red, and 1 green bell pepper here. And like I said, I just put them underneath the broiler 10 minutes, and I took my tongs, turned them to one side, turned them to another until they got all black. And you won't believe how good these are. So yummy in this dish. Anyway, so you take this out, What's everybody doing for fun today? I hope you're not sitting around being bored. Find something fun to do, even if it's just take a walk, play a game, listen to music, take a nap. Whoops, lost half of my pepper down to the sink. Okay, so that one's done. This really isn't that bad. It's a little messy, but it's not a big deal. Okay. That one doesn't seem to have as many as the others. I don't know why. Did you know that there's a such thing as male and female peppers? The females have 4 bumps and the males have 3. Don't ask me why that matters, but I heard it on one of the cooking shows. I thought that was kind of interesting. I'm not sure what makes one different than the other though. I don't know, like maybe one's sweeter or something. I don't know, I'll have to look that up later. Okay. Water a little cooler. And get the rest of that char off. Here we go. So after you do your peppers, what I like to do is take my chicken breast and coat it with olive oil. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And then you're going to cook the chicken breast after you salt and pepper both sides for 15 minutes, just until they're just about done. And then once they've cooled slightly, which is what I'm about to do, we're going to shred the chicken. Okay? And the easiest way to do that is to use 2 forks. I've tried it a multitude of ways, and this is the best way. So you can just start like that. It doesn't have to be completely cooled, but you know, it tends to shred a little easier if it's still a little warm. Sophie's on standby. You watching, Mom? Huh? She says, I'm just hoping that some of this chicken might fall on the floor. I was making, separating my chicken from the roasted chicken that I made, and in order to make some chicken salad with it at some point this week. And she did get a few droppings, so she's all set for a while. I don't know, this is something new for Sophie. She never used to hang out in the kitchen that much. Okay. Before I finish that, what I'm going to do is turn my burner on that I already put the vegetable oil in, because the next thing is going to be sauteing the onions and the jalapenos. And you can shred this as you like it. If you like it a lot of really small bite-sized pieces, you can do that. If you like it bigger, you can do that. It isn't really going to make any difference because it's all going to be rolled up into the enchilada anyway. So go. Just about ready. Okay. So there's your shredded chicken. Okay, put that there. I'm gonna chop up the peppers. Excuse me. That's looking pretty good. It's about the size of it right there. Now, I gotta put my glasses on because I can't see. After you cut those up, we're going to saute the onions and the jalapeno in the vegetable oil until they're translucent. And that's going to take about 2 to 3 minutes. It's all ready. Good job, girl. Back to the burner. See how warm it is here in Arizona? I don't have this burner on and the butter's already melting. Lucky us. Okay, so those are gonna saute 2 to 3 minutes. The burner's on. I'm gonna put 2 minutes for the moment. So I don't think it's going to take that long. These are diced. Dice these all up ahead of time. Okay, and let's see. Okay. Those 2 to 3 minutes. Since it's only about another minute, I'm going to put the chicken in with it because we want those flavors to all kind of marry each other. onions and the peppers to basically be pretty translucent by the time you put your chicken in. Turn your burner down to just a little bit below medium. And then we're going to put in 1 cup, just 1 cup of the chicken broth and 1 cup of heavy cream. Okay, so that takes care of that. Rinse this out. Because I think I'm going to be needing it in a little bit. And I have to keep referring back to my recipe because I haven't made this for a while and I don't want to leave anything out. So next we're going to put a half a teaspoon of the paprika. I just eyeball it. And also salt and pepper. That's pretty much however much you like it, I guess. Okay, now it's my flour thing over. Good job, Valerie. Okay, so now turn the heat up a little bit because we want to bring that to a little bubble. And then we're going to put in half of the roasted peppers. Let that simmer for 2 to 3 minutes. Give it a little chance to thicken up some. And then next, in the separate skillet, you're going to melt the butter and whisk in the flour, which is 1/4 cup of flour. And that is what is known as making a roux, which makes it smooth so that when you add liquid to it, it thickens, whatever you're making, pretty much. I make roux a lot. So this is on here. Take too long for that. Okay. And that's 4 tablespoons of butter and 1/4 cup of flour. If you get a little more or a little less, it's not going to change a thing. See how it thickens it up and makes kind of like a paste. That's what you want. thinking that this part of the sauce is going to need a little more paprika because I like it to look a little pink-like, you know? Okay, it's starting to heat really well. Just about ready. And then, okay. Okay, and then you're gonna put in a cup of chicken broth to that roux. So that's starting to bubble, so we're going to just set that aside for now. Then we're going to let this come to a bubble so it's nice and thick. Give it a couple of minutes, maybe a little longer. Cook needs a drink of water. Okay. Then we're going to add half a cup of heavy cream to this roux mixture. Which is starting to bubble. Perfect. These things get harder every time I do them. I don't know how people with rheumatoid arthritis can open these things, seriously. Okay, so that's a half a cup there. It's getting nice and thick.